Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. Before we get started, if you would like to support We the People University, you can do so by hitting the like button and also subscribing if you have not done so already. Today, we're going to take a look at the San Marcos Police Department located in Texas. Now, this is one of those videos that slipped past me. I never saw it until someone sent it to me. Some of you guys may have seen this video before. Some of you probably haven't. This actually occurred in 2019, but the body cam footage wasn't released until 23 of March. And what you're about to see is, I don't know, the same as what we always see, and that's police becoming dumb and dumber as the videos go on. We're about to see a deaf man being tasered for not listening to police officers. He's walking. Now, not only that, even if he wasn't deaf, even if he was, in fact, just ignoring the cops and not listening, in order for a police officer to use his taser, and we were taught this because defensive tactics and fighting and shooting, those things we definitely went over an awful lot in the academy. We were trained to meet the level of resistance and go one step higher to get compliance. All right. Meet the level of resistance and go one step higher to obtain compliance. This guy's walking away. There is no reason for your taser to be out. So when you're telling him to stop, him simply walking is not you meeting the level of resistance. You're going from 0 to 100. You pull out your taser because he did not stop the first time you stated for him to stop. And the rest is, if you haven't seen this video yet, the rest is history. Let's take a look at it.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Video on one take. Video on one take. Say one thing. Put your hands behind your back.
Now, mind you, the reason the cops show up is because this man had a minor spat with his wife. He left his home walking to cool off. Let's just be honest. If you're an adult, you're married, you have a wife, sometimes you have disagreements, and sometimes you may just want to get away to clear your head. And if you're a woman, you have a husband, the same thing. Sometimes you need some room just to breathe. This is all this man is guilty of. Trying to get some breathing room so he can calm down, relax, and possibly go back and have the conversation. In the midst of this, someone makes a call because they heard an argument, which is not illegal in the United States. At least it used to be legal. Police show up, 5, 6, 7 police show up, and then talking with the man's wife, there's no way they should not have known he was deaf. But yet they arrive on scene, instantly pull out their tasers, and let's keep watching.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Do it now. Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, sir. All right, grab his hands. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Roll over. Grab his hand. Just get on your stomach. Turn around. Just have him stand up. I think he's cooperative. Let me see your hands. Hands. Let me see your hands. I think he's gonna fall. Let's just get him up. Come here. Hey. He's not being compliant.
So you heard the officer state that no, he's not being compliant, possibly looking for another reason to taser this man. All right, so looking at it from his perspective, I'm simply walking, you tasered me, and it hurts like hell, and I'm trying to figure out why, because I did absolutely nothing. And I'm trying to tell you right now that I'm deaf. I can't follow your orders or your commands, but yet you continue to do so as if you don't understand the fact that I'm telling you that I'm deaf. It just makes no sense. And a quick side note is this: even myself, as a police officer, I had zero training on how to deal with the individual that may possibly be deaf. How do you deal with that? And in this video, we're looking at officers who also obviously did not have the training to deal with a deaf person. But even though they did not have the training, common sense will tell you you don't just jump out of your vehicle, taser somebody because you told them to stop walking once or twice and they did not stop walking. They're not any threat to you. Let's keep watching.
Hey, look at me. Sit.
Adam 3, myself and Baker 3 are at McCoy's. The other officers are going to be in front of DPN.
Devil! Up! Devil! Devil!
Frank 5 M,
Go back!
we have EMS in your way.
Devil! 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 Go back! Go back! Look at him! Go back!
Look at him!
Hey! Hold it. Give me your name.
BD Square. Go ahead. Receive. Partners up.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Try and find his glasses. He saw us when we showed up, right? He kept walking.
Proceed. Adam 3, can you check his street with this? Anything? Adam 3, I have another message. Proceed.
Wendy said that he just kind of walked away from them, and she was trying to get him back in the car, and so that's what they were doing. She does not want to give her name, doesn't want to comply.
Frank 3, that's a negative out of Hayes. We're still on the line with you.
Did the witness say that she saw it?
I don't even know where our complainant is right now.
I'll call her complainant.
So
We'll try to get him to stop, and we'll just stop. Just grab it and leave. Just like,
He's dead.
Yeah.
he's deaf.
Where's he shot at? I think he's got two connections, probably.
Where?
I don't know. They're going to be on his backside.
His back.
Yeah.
Sergeant is cleared and clear on DL negative 1.
Hey, so there should be minimum four probes.
Okay, one on the threat.
Proceed, that was option. You have the 321.
You got it. You got it.
In November, during a taped deposition for Kelly's suit, Officer John DeCourty answered that if the circumstances dictated, it's okay to use the stun gun on someone who is elderly, very frail, or even.
What about a pregnant woman? Is it okay to tase a pregnant woman?
Again, if the circumstances dictated, then yes.
Right there at the end, when you saw the medic pulling out the prongs of the taser, you seen the man, he jumped because it hurt. Because when you're tasered, if you pull those prongs out immediately, it's less pain. You really don't feel it. When I was tasered, when those prongs went in, because of the electric shock and the slight burn they give to the skin, you don't feel it when it comes out. But this guy had been sitting there with those prongs in him for God knows how long. So at this point, the numbness has worn off, and that's why you seen the reaction that he gave once they came out. It hurt. Okay. Also, at the end of the video, you heard interview that was conducted, and one of the police officers stated during that interview, well, if it's necessary, we're going to taser pregnant women also. Just walk away and you're going to be tasered. So that answer was pretty much fluffed, you know, when he said, you know, if it's necessary, yes. Well, what is necessary? Necessary has to be a really, really big extreme, which most likely your chances of seeing that would never happen. Pregnant, not pregnant, whatever it is. Chances are, if you're dealing with police officers and you don't do what they say and do it immediately, you may be tasered. So the man in the video did file a lawsuit and he won $125,000, which if you ask me wasn't enough. It's unknown to what happened to the officers, but the history and how we know these things to go, he's still employed at that particular department, all of them. So that was the outcome. Again, this was an older video that I had never seen. So when it was sent to me, I definitely wanted to share it because this is what we were dealing with and still are dealing with today. Always record the police. Know your rights. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.